Hey guys, let's play Lord of the Rings, Rise to War. The toughest time is over, so today let's talk about the skills of these 11 bad guys. Khamûl is one of the Ringwraiths, but there's little introduction to them in the movies other than they were once kings. Khamûl is an Easterling king. He is the second strongest of the 7 Nazguls. In the game, he is also a very powerful commander. In the 4 main skills for him, I'm more optimistic about second in command. Ringwraith, the first skill, gives Khamûl a bonus of focus points and damage boost for allied melee units during combat. Ringwraith inflicts all the enemies with a debuff that will make them receive damage. You should also pay special attention to Nazgul Screech. This is a skill that can both stun and also cause damage. If you need to choose another main skill, I think you should also upgrade Nazgul Screech to the full level to get a defense bonus in the early game. Then upgrade the Black Easterling to get a speed reduction on enemy defenses in the late game. The second Ringwraith is the third strongest Ringwraith. He is a Nazgul. In the movies, he is a very powerful stalker, never losing his mark on his prey. Like Khamûl, the Ringling must focus on the main skill, Ringwraith. This skill is tailored for the Ringling, so max it out. This skill will be very powerful against all enemies. Black Numerian is also a very important skill in the early stages of the game, and it can do a lot of damage to the opponent's commanders. For the second main skill, you can choose Shape of the Void. It can initiate 2 normal attacks in 1 round. If you attack twice in 1 round, this is undoubtedly a fatal blow to the opponent. There are also some other very good skills, such as Delay Plague as well as Plague, but I didn't choose the main skill Undertaker first, so I can only unlock these 2 skills first and then get the most basic of the bonuses. Come on, let's introduce this nasty guy next. Lurtz is a ferocious young Uruk-hai leader, and also the guy who killed Boromir. You have to admit, he's one of the most aggressive commanders in the tier 2 list. You see how high his might stats are, and the main skills are also related to the attack bonuses. He is a walking weapon. The main skills I recommend is Uruk-hai Firstborn, a damage bonus with damage stacking. Each attack will be stronger than the last. Pursuer is the other main skill I chose. This is a bonus of damage against all enemy units. Early in the game, it is better to upgrade Uruk-hai Elite, and later choose the White Hand, both of which are attack bonus skills. There is also an interesting skill, Dangerous Trade. It sacrifices some of your unit's HP for more damage, which is basically 5% damage received for 4% damage dealt. It doesn't really seem like a good deal. The Grid is a commander who I don't really know about, so I looked up some official information. The Grid is a doom-lending chieftain who often leads his warband to destroy and plunder villages in the Gap of Rohan. There's no doubt that this is a bad guy. The main skill I recommend is the Reckless and Enemy of Rohirrim. The Reckless increases damage and has a chance of inflicting madness. Enemy of Rohirrim also increases damage, but has additional damage to mounted units. Do you remember there are a few commanders in the tier 2 good guys list that are especially good at leading mounted units? Zegrid has some advantages on that.
Damn!
Adune is also a lesser known character, so I had to also look up official information. Adune is the Witch King's most trusted lieutenant in the war against the kingdoms of men. Her title is Reaper of Angemar. It seems that she is a very powerful character. Her basic main skill is a bit interesting. One is to focus stats additive, and one is might stats additive. Of course I will choose might, so I prefer Reaper as the first choice, which is directly related to the commander's physical damage. Betrayer is the second main skill I chose. At max level, the effect is that enemies and their ally units cannot be healed, which is simply the nemesis for support commanders. If you have more allocated points left, you can consider Black Numerium, a damage bonus that can stack focus damage.
Oh my god!
Orc is an Uruk-hai leader born in Isengard. He is one of the finest leaders trained in Orthanc. In terms of skill, Uruk and Lurtz have the same 3 main skills. The only difference is Respect level 3 skill, Outlaw. It seems that both increase allied unit melee attack damages, but also will increase damage received. It doesn't sound very good, but at the max level, this effect is plus 15. So it means that increasing the damage received in the end is not so important. The same goes for Lutz. Focus on upgrading Pursuer and Outlaw. Upgrade Uruk-hai Elite in the early game, and then upgrade the White Hand in late game. The White Hand is very similar to Commander Lurtz, but Lurtz's base stats will be a little bit better than Uruk's. Grishnak is an Orc captain from Mordor. Although he's an Orc captain, his skills are not very good, resulting in him being the weakest of the Tier 2 evil commander list. Look at Warband Leader. It shouldn't be a Tier 2 skill. Let's look at the others directly. If you want to send Grishnak to battles, you should max out Assassin. At this max level, the physical damage cannot be decreased further, so 1 bonus for focus damage. Survivor is also very good at mitigating damage when your enemies have very heavy hitters in the game, but only starts from the 5th round, so I'm afraid you can't even survive till the 5th round. Please put more skill points on the Interrogator if you have more, but only if you use the equipment to improve speed and focus. Mount Assan is the lieutenant of Bard Dur. I'm not too impressed with him, but it doesn't stop me from analyzing his skill. I think the best option is to upgrade Harbinger of Darkness and Lieutenant of Bard Dur. Together, Harbinger of Darkness will give all enemy units as well as their allies a debuff of damage for the first 2 rounds. Lieutenant of Bard Dur gives a buff damage to all allied units. 1 is a reduction in defense for all the enemies, and 1 is an increase in damage for all the friendlies. Isn't this about the same as increasing damage bonus twice? It becomes instantly more powerful. Black Numerium is the next best choice. This is a powerful early game skill against a single target enemy, especially to enemy commanders. Messenger is a specialty to deal with the enemy's commander's skills, but it's a bit too limited, so I don't really recommend upgrading it. I don't know if you remember this quote, "The age of mankind is over." Yes, that's the one you're thinking of, Gothmog. He is the lieutenant of the Witch King of Angmar. He is also a very strong Tier 2 commander. Let's check his skills. The Crippled and Mortal Lieutenant upgraded together is the best solution. These 2 skills will give your units a huge damage buff. And these 2 skills will also work perfectly with Reapers, Alchemists, Snagathrax, and Mountain Trolls, and so on. Second in command is the next best choice, which gives bonus focus points for Gothmog, and your units will receive bonus damage as well. Resupply and Open Wound are also both really good skills and need to be upgraded as well. They can destroy the enemy's healing power and at the same time increase your damage and HP.
Nice.
Azrukor, a quite unfamiliar character, the official information shows that he is one of the most respected pirates in the Bay of Belfalis. Okay, he's a pirate. No wonder why he looks so much more benevolent than the others. Raider and Corsair of Umbar are the main skills I recommend. Having both these skills maxed out will give both the commander and your ranged units a huge damage power spike. Double attack is also an excellent buff for your units, and you shouldn't ignore it. Conspirator is the next best choice, a very good damage bonus as well. Although it has both debuff and buff, this is a very useful max level bonus to keep your damage in your own control. In the end, Powder Keg and Fuel Oil are also excellent bursting skills. Kerwin, one of the new commanders, is one of the Ringwraiths. Originally, he was a renowned Peregrine war chief. He was seduced by the Ring's powers and were finally under the dominion of the Dark Lord. His skills are really interesting. In his 4 main skills, 3 of them resist 3 kinds of good commanders respectively: Catastrophe of Elves, Catastrophe of Dwarves, and Catastrophe of Men. With such targeted skills, we can certainly upgrade them to the full level. Kerwin has a build to counter every good unit and heal commander, but Kerwin has no skills to directly counter evil units. So we can see that he has an advantage in fighting good commanders. But don't forget, there is one good commander that is out of Kerwin's skills. That's right, Gandalf. That's because he is a Mire. He's not under Kerwin's any attack advantages. Although every time I mention respect level 5 when we talk about skills, it is really too difficult to reach that level. I believe that most players are still stuck in respect level 0 at this time. In this case, you really don't have to worry about which skills to upgrade. Just think about how to improve the level of respect.